Hey guys, Crystal Grace here. Welcome to this pick a card reading, which is all about what would people say to you if they had no filter. We have 4 piles to choose from for this reading. Pile 1, Ace of Wands. Pile 2, Ace of Swords. Pile 3, we have Ace of Pentacles. And pile 4, we have Ace of Cups. So quick disclaimer, this could trigger you. We don't really know what, people might want to say to you if they didn't have a filter. So if you are in a sort of a low energy state of mind at the moment, this might not be the best reading for you. Just want to, acknowledge that, have my due diligence for duty of care. But yeah, if it does trigger you in any way, please opt off the reading, and we'll just squeeze this cat for a minute. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's find out what people would say to you if they had no filter. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose the Ace of Wands. So some of you could be fire signs here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Ace of Wands, it's an extremely passionate card. It's a very creative card as well. Those of you who picked this, you could be on some kind of journey at the moment or pathway in order to establish roots, or some of you are de-rooting is what I'm hearing. So it is a very strong sexual card, so it's big dick energy. Some of you could have a very strong sexual alluring energy. Wow. So you may have a lot of people around you who is very much sexually attracted to you or sexually drawn to you at this time. The cat is a lot bigger in the imagery of this card. So I kind of feel like, no, I think you've got a lot of people's attention at this time. So let's find out what people would be saying to you if they had no filter. I definitely feel like, even if we were to quickly touch on the Ace of Wands, if people had no filter around you, I definitely feel like some people would be saying to you, I'd like to go on a date with you. I would like to sleep with you. I find you sexually attractive, that kind of vibe. For others of you, it could be the fact that somebody feels a very strong, fiery chemistry towards you, and it's just one person that wants to sort of bring this to your attention. But maybe they're shy, maybe they're intimidated as well here. But we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. Maybe you've got a lot of people based off these cards, right? Maybe you've got a lot of people in your past that, you have been romantically involved with, and if they had no filter, they'd be talking about, this Two of Swords gives me the vibe, if they had no filter, they'd be talking about making the mistake of not choosing you, choosing somebody else, because the Two of Swords is a card that talks about somebody hesitating, being indecisive, and potentially has been presented 2 different paths and ends up choosing the wrong path. So you definitely have somebody around you, if they had no filter, or in this instance, if they had no fucking ego, is what I think, that they would actually say, they, instead of, going towards you, maybe they just didn't do nothing. Maybe it was a stalemate. Maybe they were just sort of guarding their own heart, not knowing if they could trust you as well. Because that Five of Wands, right, depending on the kind of imagery in the Five of Wands, if there's multiple different living creatures or people, that's normally conflict or competition with others. In this instance, I feel like what somebody would say to you, or what these people would say to you, is they're conflicted internally. I feel like there is this sense of worth. If this person had no filter, what they'd say to you is more I don't feel good enough for you. I feel like you have multiple suitors around you, which is the energy we pick up here in the Ace of Wands, and I can't compete. The Ten of Wands energy is even acknowledging this. These people would be saying trying to compete against, your other suitors or other people around you, like brings them burdens in some way, shape or form. But it's sort of like, see how the cat is trying to reach up to the nest. It's like, I feel like these people would say to you, pile one, like, you're out of reach, you're hard to reach, like, I don't know how to attain you. And I love the fact that we've got Sweetie here just fucking shit up, but she's so cute, but so painful. Like, you're out of reach, out of their league also is what I'm hearing. And I love the fact that we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Sorry, guys, we'll get there. If you're new to the channel, it's called Cats and Cards because the cats invade your reading, and Infiltrator, you may find that annoying, so this won't be your channel for you. Woohoo, come here. So, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, if these people had no if they had no filter, like the Wheel of Fortune for me is a soulmate card, and I'd say these people would be saying that they feel very spiritually drawn to you. There is some kind of, not just sexual attraction, but there seems to be some kind of spiritual connection here, right? And I even kind of feel like maybe what they'd say to you, for some of you, like, had they had made better choices or better decisions, they would have been able to protect your relationship, protect your connection. For some of you, maybe like you kind of had like a fling with this person, and maybe they went and, like, I don't know, shared that encounter with people. For some of you, that may have happened. And I think with this Wheel of Fortune, I'm kind of picking up what they would say is, like, they know they did the wrong thing. Like, karma is also kind of coming through, that they've received their karma. So it's a bit of a different side note. I'm working with a spiritual healer at the moment, and she's has sort of like started acknowledging I need to like hone in on a one frequency. So it's kind of hard to do that in a collective reading, but I'm working with that with my own like spiritual, like individual task for myself. But one thing I've noticed is, like, it's really hard to try and do that on a collective reading because you're opening up your vessel to so many like energies. So I don't know why I'm sharing that. I had no intentions of sharing that. But yeah, I don't know. The Wheel of Fortune, the card is trying to reach up to snakes. And there's not just, it is one snake. It's got a white belly. And the snake's trying to get the eagle. It could be a crow. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe what they'd say if they had no filter is, like, maybe it's sort of like they chose the wrong, I don't know. I'm kind of getting, what's that word? I feel like they might have chosen a karmic soulmate is what this person could be saying if this is a romantic, like, involvement. I feel like temptation got the better of them is what they would be saying here. Now, if we were to look at these cards as if, like, this isn't a romantic person or anything, and this is what people want to say to you because they see you in the light of these cards, these energies. Maybe, no, I don't know. I don't really feeling called to do that. I just think somebody around you is feeling very confused about their future, and they're very unsure as about if you're dealing with anyone sort of like new, fresh. I think this Two of Swords, what they would say to you if they had no filter is, like, they're not really sure how to feel. Like, they're not sure how to open up to you. They're not sure if, like, the feelings that they feel for you is, like, authentic or honest or something like that. So they're really struggling whether to, like, I don't know, open up their heart to you in some way, shape or form, or it's just a sense that they are in a state of confusion. Maybe they're refusing to decide because they're actually unsure. So if you're dealing with anyone and you're waiting for a response, I think what this person would say to you, pile one, with no filter, is they don't fucking know. Like, they literally don't know. And I feel like they could be stringing you along in some way, shape or form. And instead of just saying, I'm really confused and I don't know what I want, they could be just either coasting, or they could be just ignoring your messages. Maybe some of you, they've ghosted, like that was just too much for them. Instead of them saying that they're feeling really overwhelmed with these feelings, they chose to just ignore messages from you, or maybe calls. 5 of Wands. Maybe, it is a jealousy card as well. It's a card that can talk about you guys having arguments with certain people, or being surrounded by drama, some kind of conflict as well. Someone around you could be trying to fight with you or start arguments with you to get you to notice them. So you may actually have people who act like complete fuckwits towards you, and they only do that because what I'm hearing is like they've tried to like approach you and like present themselves to you, but it's like you've ignored them. So they're starting arguments and drama around you, so you have attention on them. That's pretty sadistic. The cat is looking here, but their hand is here. So maybe what somebody is wanting to say to you with no filter is like to choose me. Because there's some kind of interference here, right? If you're looking at something but something else is kind of like trying to grab your attention, that's an interference. So somebody with no filter would be trying to let you know that somebody is trying to interfere with maybe how, like, them coming towards you. You could be around a lot of jealous people, and we sort of saw that here. You might have suitors in your past that really sit in a state of regret, not taking action towards you, sitting in a state of regret of this Two of Swords energy, choosing the wrong person. But the 10 of Wands, look, there could be somebody around you who feels like they're doing all the heavy lifting, right? That they're feeling really worn down or overwhelmed with the obligations or expectations. So that is a message I feel like if any of you are a boss is coming through. Or maybe somebody's wanting to say to you, like, stop doing all the heavy lifting. Like, you're feeling like some of you looking really tired at this time, and somebody wants to let you know, like, you seem overworked and undervalued, maybe in the workplace. But yeah, to close out the reading with the Wheel of Fortune, what somebody would want to say to you unfiltered. There is this work element here. I feel like somebody wants to let you know there is an opportunity coming your way and you need to take it. You need to say yes, but they might be under restrictions in being able to tell you about it. Maybe there is an offer coming towards you through employment, but it needs to come from the appropriate person or appropriate personnel is what I'm hearing. Someone, I guess, with the Wheel of Fortune could be feeling like they would wish they could say to you, like they feel like it was destiny to meet you. They feel like you are their soulmate. Like they feel like you and them came together through divine timing. For others of you, the Wheel of Fortune, the energy I'm picking up is like it's the wrong time, right person. So somebody definitely wants to say like they want you, but it's not, and they want you, but they can't have you right now, which seems like a bit of a setback or bad luck really, or just unfortunate timing. So yeah, that's what I've got for you. Let me know if you enjoyed that. I will see you next time. Bye. Alrighty, we are going to create that energy of pile one. Hopefully your eardrums didn't burst. I should have probably given a warning. I'm sorry. Pile two. Welcome to your reading. We do have Ace of Swords. So we have air. We could have Aquarius, Gemini, Libras. We definitely have our truth speakers among this pile. You know, the Ace of Swords is the truth speaking card, the truth teller. The straight shooter too, right? there's no beating around the bush. I definitely see the Queen of Swords in my third eye. So I definitely feel like, you know, you guys are probably at a point in your life where you're just like, you know what, fuck it. If you don't like what I have to say, not my problem. And I think that's because you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table, and, you know, you mean well. Show us what people would say to pile 2. Oh, there's the Queen of Swords. I do think about not shuffling on camera, but when things like that happen, every time I think about that, something like that happens, and I'm like, you know what, I have to shuffle on camera. And I know some of you guys fucking hate it, but it is what it is, right? So we've got 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands. We have the Empress and the Queen of Swords. What would people say to you if they didn't have a filter? Yeah, like I definitely feel like for this pile, you guys confront obstacles all the time. Like you don't, like, you may not be like keen for confrontation, but like you would rather like face your obstacles head on with honesty and clarity as opposed to just pretending it doesn't exist. So I'm kind of picking up the energy, like if you try and call people out for their bad behavior and they try and just pretend it didn't happen, like you will not stand for that anymore. Like maybe you did for a long time and now you're like, well, no, you owe me an apology. Like you literally said the worst thing to me and now you just want me to pretend it didn't happen, that kind of energy. All right, so let's get into it. The 3 of Wands, what would they say if they had no filter? I definitely feel like for some of you, you know, 3 of Wands is a very high positive card for me. Like we are only reading upright energy, but somebody, if they had no filter, would be letting you know that they're feeling more confident about the future with you, is what I feel. Somebody would say to you, I'm ready to take the next steps in this relationship. I'm ready to move things forward. This could even be friendship. Doesn't necessarily have to be like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or anything like that. This could literally be like you've just met somebody new and they want to spend more time with you. They want to actually build a solid relationship, a solid friendship with you. And that's such a beautiful thing, or a beautiful energy to even tap into, because I do read a lot of my comments and there's a lot of you guys that are struggling to find your tribe. And I don't want you to ever give up, because you've unfortunately just got to keep putting yourself out there. Like people find it really weird when I tell them I have social anxiety, and that's because of like the things that I've gone through throughout my life, and I've utilized I've just utilized things to give me Dutch courage in order to be in social settings, to be able to connect and get to meet new people. And so that's just how I work. I don't tell anyone what to do or how to do things, but I wouldn't have met half the people I've met if I didn't resort to a few drinks or whatever over the decades to meet people. And that's solely on the basis because I suffer social anxiety. But if you looked at me, people were very shocked to learn that I suffer social anxiety. They are mind blown when I tell them that. And then when I go along and I tell them about many other things, and I have to be wise. I don't know if people from work watch my YouTubing, so not that it should fucking matter. It's none of their business. They can suck it. But anyway, I don't know why I'm oversharing, but I guess I'll find out in the comments. But like, I've been MIA with my channel because I'm surrounded by a lot of toxic masculinity at the moment, and it's like I absorb energy, and as much as I protect and cleanse my energy, like when there's more of them and there's only one of me and I've got to fucking be around them for 7 days straight, it's fucking hard. Like, and especially when they want to try and rain on my fucking parade, but they'll live and learn. They're living and learning. So yeah, I don't know why I'm oversharing that. Like maybe you guys experience that as well. Like when you're around a lot of people who are just like coming for you for no other reason other than them being bored little cunts, it makes you want to socially retract from society. It makes you not want to be around people. And I guess maybe what I'm here to give you confidence. Like, don't allow like shit people to prevent you from meeting great people. Yeah. Because like we might have a bad time in one area of our life, but don't allow that to trickle into your other areas of life where there can be many opportunities and blessings of meeting like great people who can actually recharge our batteries and kind of be that, what do you call it? Like, be that protection for us, be that, energy charge for us, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. But back to the reading, not sure why I went on a tangent, but YOLO. 3 of Wands. Yeah, I definitely feel like another message coming through here. If somebody had no filter, I think somebody like really wants to travel towards you. This person could probably live at a long distance. Like, somebody is yearning for you is what I feel. And it is somebody that you've already had, honest conversations with. You and this person can actually speak from the heart to each other. You can say what you think, you can say what you feel to this person, and maybe there's been somewhat separation between you and this person, and that is what they're saying. And that's whoever is like coming to your mind as this message is being received by you, right? But it is a card about new beginnings as well, right? And it's a card that can talk about big opportunities coming towards you. So maybe somebody wants to talk about a new beginning with you, but like they don't know how. They might not know how because they feel like you're at a distance. If you live far away from somebody that you do have romantic feelings for you, and they have for you, but it's like you both know how you feel, but you live too far away to even have something like you. It's like you can't be in a relationship because of distance. So I feel like there is this person wanting to say to you, like, if distance wasn't an issue, they would want to be with you long term. They would want forward movement or some kind of momentum happening in your relationship. The 8 of Wands is, a super highly positive card. It's definitely what somebody would want to, again, it's reiterating this travel energy, changing destinations, forward movement towards you. So maybe somebody's, if they had no filter, like they definitely want to advance the relationship is what they would want to say to you. But I feel like they're working on something behind the scenes maybe, but they're not actually talking about it is what I feel. They're very excited about it. They've kind of got like a surprise in store for you, right? So what would they say if they had no filter? Well, I don't know if it's like they have no filter or they're simply not talking about it because they have a surprise for you, right? If none of that's resonating, you could simply, with the 8 of Wands, have new romantic love interests around you. These people are very single, and this is because you are also very single if this correlates. So there are people around you who want to take action towards you, and they want to come towards you pretty quickly. I also feel like if you've kind of been waiting, if you've been waiting for somebody to finally speak about how they're feeling, like I feel like I think the Empress indicates, and the Queen of Swords, like if you're seen in the light of the Empress and the Queen of Swords, you are going to intimidate the hell out of people, whether it's romantically, friendship, whatever. It's hard to take action towards somebody or shoot your shot with somebody when you see them in Empress mode and complemented with the Queen of Swords, like, because the rejection would be like really hard to swallow is what I think this person may actually say. I think they would say they haven't shot their shot yet because they fear the rejection, and you to reject them would actually like it'd be crushing is what I think this person would say. So you definitely have somebody that you're into and they're into you is what I think. Or if it's not that, it's somebody that you have sort of on lay-by. Like maybe at one point in the future, you two will live in the same like city or same town or something along the lines of that. Or at least maybe that's what they would say to you if they had no filter. Like they hold on to hope that one day there will be change in location, there will be forward movement between you and them because distance has changed. It could be emotional distance because the Queen of Swords does indicate that, but I think for a lot of you, you've actually walked away from relationships because it was not practical to be in a connection with them. Like I don't do long distance relationships. They're silly. I will tell you another story. I remember crossing paths with this person on Facebook. Anyway, he lived in America and we started talking every day and we'd never even met. Like we'd done phone video chat and everything like that. But like this is a couple of months in and it was like I was so infatuated, and I don't know if he was ever infatuated or I was just killing time for him, but he used to serenade me with the guitar. It was so good. Anyway, but because that's never happened to me before, but I can tick that off the list. But the reality here is like we could never have been in a relationship. Like he lived on the other side of the planet, and like he couldn't leave, I can't leave. So it was just so totally like a waste of time in that sense. This is not the same. I feel like I don't know why I told you that. It's probably embarrassed myself, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is different. Like you've spent quality time with these people, like, or this person. Like this isn't just somebody that, you don't know. A bit like little Lena. Hello. You're so cute. Thank you. She leaves, but she always comes back. I don't know. I want to keep moving. Now, Empress, sorry. The Empress in what people would say to you. Like this is definitely giving me like strong, like pure, loving, nurturing energy. Like maybe what somebody would say to you with no filter is like how nurturing you are. They love like your energy. They love how you look. They love your feminine energy, if that correlates, Some of you, there could be a person wanting to like get you pregnant, and that is what they would say to you. So just be mindful if you're not keen for little babies. Do you mind? You're wrecking it. You're wrecking it. Like in regards to the whole like romantic energy, like the Empress could even be indicating what they want to say to you. Don't, because you'll knock them all off. Come here. They know I'm going away for the weekend, so they're being all like, please don't leave. Like it's a card that can talk about a relationship, like don't. Just stop. You're so pretty. Come here. Sorry, guys. Hopefully she's coming back. I can see her. She's doing it. Here she comes. All right. Stop. You win. Okay. So what I was saying is with the Empress, what they could say with no filter would be in regards to wanting a stable, committed relationship with you, right? It can also represent a new family, wanting to start a new family with you. Like, or maybe there is a sense of regret, right? Somebody regretting that they didn't start a new family with you. Somebody wanting to have an honest and, clear conversation with you with that Ace of Swords representing your past. Like, I think you have people in your past, like in your distance or in your immediate future, that actually see a lot of potential to have a relationship with you. And like I said, it may not just be romantic. It could be new friends that, yeah, Yes, she's had catnip. I've just figured it out. She's had catnip and she wants cuddles, so you're a menace, but I love you. Alrighty, so let's fix these cards. You know, I actually also think for a lot of you, for the Empress to come out, you probably have a lot of people, if they had no filter, would talk about like your beauty. And you may have a very unusual sense of beauty. Like you may not look like the mainstream, what's considered beautiful mainstream. You may have a very unique beauty, and people find it really attractive. The more they sit there and look at you, the more attractive that they feel. And Luna is a lot like that. Like I've had friends look at Luna and go, God, what's wrong with her cat? Because her colouring is very unique. But the more you look at Luna, the prettier she looks, and like different angles and stuff. So I kind of feel like that is kind of what's coming through. Maybe there's somebody around you who would actually say that, like, you know, you have a very unique beauty and I find you highly attractive. Cool. But yeah, to close out your reading with the Queen of Swords, I would have to say what somebody would say with no filter is maybe that they find you intimidating, like they find your intelligence intimidating. And I think they would find your level of loyalty also intimidating. Sit here. Because the thing about the Queen of Swords, they have a very like tough exterior, and although they're really loving and loyal, like people tend to get quite intimidated by their appearance. So like resting bitch face, right? Somebody else could be thinking like, if they had no filter, maybe what they would want to say to you is like, if you've ever had a fallout or had to call somebody out on their bullshit, I think somebody would like to say to you, if they had no filter, is like, you know, although that they found what you said to them like a bit cold-hearted, a bit bitter, it was a very fair and constructive form of criticism for them to receive. Now, this person may think this, but they could have, you know, a bee in their bonnet over it, so they may not actually say it to you. So it's not like they don't have a filter. It's like, it's their ego. Like their ego won't allow them to like say to you, look, I didn't appreciate what you said to me, but it had a lot of truth to it, or something along the lines of that. But I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you guys next time. Let me know down in the comments if that resonated. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we will do a ring-a-ding-dingling. Luna was attacking the camera in pile 2, so she's still sitting here invested. We'll put this one here. So Ace of Pentacles. We could have Earthies in this pile, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Let's see, what would they say if they had no filter? Not taking reversals. God. I'm going to take my antihistamine. Ooh. I think people like you a lot, pile 3. I think you have a lot of, and as I say that, Queen of Cups comes out. Love it. Love it. You have a lot of people who literally like fucking love it when you're around, is, I think, you know, and I see, like, I'm not reading bottom card energy, bottom deck energy, but even that 5 of Pentacles gives me the vibe like what people would say if they had no filter is how, like, I don't know, maybe alone and left out when you're not around. I think you definitely made people feel seen and heard and loved. And I feel like when you're not around, like, they actually feel like incomplete. Maybe you are dealing with somebody romantically here, and like, they feel incomplete when you're not around. Like, even I kind of feel like this person or a person is missing you. So Ace of Pentacles, just to touch on that a little bit more before we move through the spread, like you're in a very secure and stable era of your life, and I feel it in your energy as well. Like the other two piles, like it's not that they weren't feeling stable and secure, but I feel very self-assured. I feel like you've got a lot of prosperity coming your way, or already has. Your manifestations are unfolding. You're receiving a lot of resources from the universe, right? And naturally, when things are sort of aligning for us, we glow differently. We attract different kinds of people as well. Most of the time, really positive people. So kudos to you guys. Some of you could have just gone through like a promotion, or a new job is on the horizon. But either way, I think overall things are looking pretty good for you guys. Page of Wands, what somebody would say to you if they had no filter, like I think people might say to you is like they love your extroverted energy. They love how fearless you are. You know, you bring a lot of cheerfulness to them. I think you're a higher energy person, and what somebody would be saying to you with no filter is like, they're addicted to your energy, right? They love being around you because you fuel their fire, is what I'm hearing. They love being around you because when you're around, everything's good. When you're around, their energy is good. When you're around, like life in general, like their blessings are better. So in saying that, this could be people that you've like that have burnt bridges with you, pile 3, or like you've had to burn bridges with them, and like people with no filter would be saying that like my life was better when you were in it, whether it was romantic person, a partner, or friends. I think when you remove yourselves from environments, those environments become very dark and bleak, and that's what some people would like say to you with no filter, like things were great when you were in my life and now they're shit. Because that 5 of Pentacles, I didn't even look at bottom card deck energy with the other piles, but people are in very much 5 of Pentacles mode because you're no longer in their life and you're out there like building abundance. You're building an empire maybe, right? I'm loving seeing the High Priestess here. This sort of gives me the vibe what people would say to you. I think we could have some tarot readers in this pile, YouTubers, whatever, but YOLO. I definitely feel like this is a kind of a separate energy off the back end of the Page of Wands, but it's like the High Priestess, what people would say to you with no filter is something about feeling maybe intimidated or insecure about you knowing more about them than what they've ever told you. I think you have people around you who are fully aware that you are connected to a higher power, like you have a very strong spiritual belief system, and maybe your intuition is highly intuitive as well. Or strong. I don't know if that was the right way of explaining that. But I think with this High Priestess, the message I'm getting is like, if some people around you, if they had no filters, they feel like maybe like maybe it's like you will figure out their hidden motives, right? Or maybe like they don't believe you ever figured out their hidden motives. I'm feeling a little bit confused. Sorry, I've just got to like hone in on the frequencies, what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I feel like the High Priestess is saying if they had no filter is like you may have had people leave you in the 5 of Pentacles, ghost you, like stop talking to you when you tell them that you are a High Priestess. So when I say that, you could say, oh, I read tarot, I do witchcraft, something like that. If you've ever wondered why people have stopped talking to you or pulled their energy away, it's because of that. And with the High Priestess coming out and then what would they say to you with no filter is that these people would have hidden motives. They use people, they abuse people, and people who are of mystics, right? Or ethereal or whatever you want to call yourselves, right? When you're tapped in spiritually, you scare people who have motives to use people for their own benefit, right? no one will run faster away from you than a person who has bad intentions, right? Especially from a tarot reader. Like, I tell people I'm clairaudient. They'll either want to hang out with me again, or they run for the fucking hills. And I know the ones who run for the fucking hills and don't pursue like getting to know me on a friendship level or a romantic level, it's because they have bad intentions. Those people have dealt with spiritual people before, and they've reaped repercussions straight away. And it's not to say that when they do bad things to people who aren't spiritually tapped in, they don't get karma. They just tend to get worse karma when it's somebody who will manifest karma for them. Do you know what I mean? I hopefully you know what I'm putting down here. If you've ever dealt with anyone having uncontrolled outbursts at you, I feel like what they would say unfiltered is like they felt scared and threatened by this high priestess energy. Like they feared what you could do to them, even though you wouldn't have done anything to them, right? So you've got people who, if they had no filter, would literally just tell you that they're scared of your craft or your skills or your clairaudient or your clairvoyant. Something along the lines of that is with that high priestess. The Four of Wands, right? Totally different message. It's a really celebratory energy I'm feeling. Like, I think if people had no filter, like, I think people would tell you like how like sad and depressed they get when you don't show up to their celebrations. Like, you might be busy and you might not think you would be missed, pile 3, but you were very fucking missed by a mile. People would tell you, if they had no filter, that their parties, their engagements, their weddings even are not the same when you do not come. They get excited when they know that you are coming to visit them. They get excited knowing that they're going to have a reunion with you. And I don't know why people feel the need to hide that back from you, but it could be the fact that they didn't show up for your celebrations. They didn't show up for you. They don't make effort to come see you. So maybe they feel like they can't tell you how they feel because they've let you down, right? And that kind of comes, I'm hearing burning bridges again, like people have maybe not burned a bridge completely, but bridges have been burnt because you didn't show up to events, they didn't show up to events, something along the lines of that. But I definitely feel like people have a very not like unhappy time at these celebrations that you don't attend, but they know that it would be a whole lot better if you were there. So I think that's quite cute. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Your reading went really quick, didn't it? It's weird. To close out the reading with the Queen of Cups. Oh, you know why it went quick? Because we didn't have Luna going fucking mental on the table. She wasn't going mental. She was wanting love. What would people say to you if they had no filter? I think people around you, I don't know why they wouldn't want to say this. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't need it. Like, because like the Queen of Cups is like, somebody very calming, very intuitive, again, very kind, compassionate, right? They're very supportive. Maybe there is somebody around you who wants to be more supportive or wish they could have been more supportive for you. Maybe some of you, that Four of Wands energy, maybe you've just sort of moved out of like an unhappy life situation or something in life, kind of side railed you. So maybe this Queen of Cups, if somebody had the opportunity to say to you that they wish they were more supportive of you because you are this kind, compassionate person, or you've always been kind and compassionate to them. For others of you, it could be the fact that you do have a lot of admirers and people may want to actually present themselves to you, right? Or get your attention as well. So maybe if they had no filter, these many admirers would actually present themselves to you as an option. But again, that Five of Pentacles gives me the feeling that They don't. I think you are a whole other kettle of fish in your environments. I think you're very unique. You stand out like a sore thumb in a positive way, right? There's no one around like you, pile 3. Like, you're definitely in a league of your own. You're running your own race. And comparing you to like the masses or like other groups in the societies that you guys live, you're completely fucking different. You shine differently. Your light is different color to everyone else's. And I think that's what people would say to you with no filter. Like, they're enamored by you. They're in awe by you. Your energy is healing. Your time is like cherished, right? When you give people your time, they feel loved. They feel like blessed, is what I'm hearing. Now, the reason probably why they wouldn't say that, maybe some of them might think you'd think that was cringe, like that you'd be like, what the fuck? I'm not sure. You might think that they're a bit of a clinger or something like that. But yeah, it's a unique energy. It's a really short read for you guys. I'm not sure why. Hopefully it didn't bother anyone. Pick another pile if you feel caught and you want a longer reading. But I'm going to move it along, and sending much love and light to you. Bye. Block your ears. I have a funny feeling I'm going to get abused in the comments about the fucking bell, but anyway, it's all right. Hit me with your best shots. Let's go, pile 4. I don't normally do 4 piles, but you are a special pile today. We have the beautiful Ace of Cups. Let's see. What would they say if they had no filter? This has been an interesting read. It's been like, I feel like it's been fairly unique, each pile. So I don't know. It seems like maybe you guys are being socially active, like my audience. I know you've been hermits for a while, but, you know, we all connected like energetically. So if I get out there and be socially and energized, like maybe you guys will, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Ace of Cups, so water signs. We might have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios in this pile. Don't have to, but show us what would they say if they had no filter. We're not doing reversals. Lucky last. Ooh, the 10 of Swords. 2 of Wands. Look at the 3 crows up the top there. 5 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. You have King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Not that that's important. Ace of Cups. Just before we move into the spread, because the 3 of Pentacles is there, I don't know if this is a workplace thing, like if you're wanting to know like what work people would say to you if they had no filter. Like, I'm feeling called like, yes, go with that. Because the other piles were all like, there was some kind of romance and friendship stuff and like even family stuff in, I won't tell you which pile, but like if you're more looking for that, maybe look at a different pile. But if you're very fixated on work at the moment, then maybe this is this pile. Funnily enough to have the Ace of Cups representing it. But I just kind of feel like if you've been unfulfilled or unmotivated at work, maybe you're surrounded by low vibrational people, like who keep bringing you disappointment at work, and maybe you don't know whether to quit or like stay on the path that you are or choose a different path. I think this is your reading. So maybe what you want to know is what, like, the people at work, what would they say to you if... But then I'm hearing, no, it's not just work. So we'll just, I'll sit here and I'm doing spiritual healing at the moment. So I'm having issues tapping into an energy, not with the collective reading. I've tried to do readings for you guys and I get through to pile 1 and I can't connect, and it's because my energy is getting rattled by my spiritual healer I'm working with. So she's doing energy healing on me, and that's I've had hitchhikers on me because of doing personal readings, maybe even this. So my energy is a bit all over the place. So apologize if this reading is fucking terrible, but now you will understand why. But let's get into it. So Ace of Cups, right? You guys are very intuitive. You're very spiritual, right? This could actually piss a lot of people off is what I'm hearing. And people may feel very threatened by it. They might be very cold and have this sense of emptiness towards you, especially in the workplace. Like if you've recently just like made it known that you're a spiritual person or something like that, and people have pulled their energy back away from you, it's because they feel threatened by this, craft that you have, skill set maybe. I'm going to keep it there. Let's move into the spread. So we do have the Three of Pentacles, and Sweetie is here. I love that the cats have all come to say hello, and I'm proud of myself to getting to the end of this reading, because this is like the 5th reading in a few days that I've tried to do, and I just couldn't do it. Go and lay there. Good girl. Alrighty, so the Three of Pentacles, what would they say with no filter? You know what? I think if you've had people really acting out on you, like being sort of a tyrant and piece of shit to you, I kind of think like the Three of Pentacles, what they would say is like they're a misaligned right now. Right. And even for me to like sort of shed that light about my energy, like I'm misaligned right now, and I'm definitely going through a dark night of the soul where I've got to like, my higher self is trying to control my ego and fuck my ego off. And it's like, it's a whole battlefield internally for me right now. But I feel like maybe what these people would say to you is they're misaligned. Like, you know, they lack motivation to be a better person. Like that is why they treat you the way that they treat you, right? Instead of working with you, they kind of work against you. Like if you're wondering if people are trying to work against you, pile 4, I would say that this is your confirmation that this is what they would tell you. Yeah, I am working against you because I don't want to see you thriving. I don't want to see you learning, because you learn, you move away. So these people may have like abandonment issues. These people may not want you to leave the workplace if it is work related. Maybe these people don't want to see growth within you because it means they might lose their friendship with you. They're going to lose this unity that they believe they have with you if you level up. If you start changing and evolving, they fear that you will no longer need them. You will move on to another employer. You will move on to another friend group. You will move on to another lover and so forth. So that is what these people would say unfiltered with the Three of Pentacles. They worry that new opportunities will come to you if you start focusing on thyself, right? You're no longer going to have shared goals or something anymore along the lines of that. Now, the Five of Cups, right? It's like, it's a card that talks about disappointment and discontentment and mourning. Like, what would they say? Like, if they were, had no filter, is like your absence would be very disappointing for them. Like, these people may pretend like they don't need you. They fucking need you, powerful. Like, wherever this energy is coming from in your environment, you have people around you who pretend they don't need you when they definitely need you. It could be family as well. There are people around you who are in a state of like grief and loss, right? So they may actually be like, if they had no filter, tell you that I am like struggling. So just be mindful if you're getting any intuitive like downloads to call siblings, best friends, or anything like that, call them, because they may actually be sinking like emotionally, mentally. So that's just a side note. You know, for others of you, the Five of Cups could indicate people with no filter telling you that they regret and have guilt for the things that they've done, the disappointment they've brought to your doorstep as well. And the thing about people who don't come and apologize when they should, are cowards, right? It's not hard to apologize. It's not hard to pick up a phone or even send a text message and say, you know what, I fucked up and I shouldn't have done that to you. It costs nobody anything, but you know what? It costs their ego. So yeah, I think the Five of Cups is an interesting energy I'm feeling. Like, I definitely feel like there's people, if they had no filter, would be tell you they're still grieving their past relationship with you. Like, they know that they had an opportunity to have like this, blossoming, like, true love, romantic relationship with you or friendship, and they fucked that up. Like, you've definitely had people come through your journey and totally fuck you up. Like, Ten of Swords is like very, very hectic energy. And so is the Five of Cups. But to have the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups come out in your reading to talk about what would people say with no filter is that, yeah, they made poor decisions and ended connection with somebody who is loving and caring and like filled with love and joy. They made the wrong decision to do the worst thing possible to you. So you could have been cheated on a lot. You could have had friends backstab you a lot. You could have had employers treat you like shit when made you work harder instead of getting the other people that you work with to do their job properly. All sitting in a state of regret, all sitting in a state of like, I fucked up there. And I think you are hitting an abundant era of your life, especially if you are focusing on self-love. And so your energy would be shifting and your energy would be changing. And people, when they think about you, they're tapping into that energy. They're not feeling a low vibrational power 4. They're feeling like somebody who's living their best life or, trying to better themselves for a bigger, brighter future. So yeah, people are going to regret that they've did what they did to you. They are going to regret that they let such a soul slide by on the basis of maybe their ego or other people's opinions or interference maybe. So Two of Wands, what would they say if they had no filter? Like, this is a card that talks about, I think this card, no, it was the Three of Wands. It's a card that talks about taking risks and leaving comfort zone. Maybe what they would say with no filter is they were too scared to take risks. They were too scared to leave their comfort zone. You could be a very unique individual. You could be a person that isn't like anyone else around you. So people, like especially romantic suitors, although that they were into you and they felt drawn to you, you weren't like everyone else. So they dissed you. They put you down. They made you, like, they ended things with you. But they didn't just end things. They like brought serious like trauma to you, instead of just saying like, I am a loser and I follow the sheep and you're not a sheep. I'm going to actually put you down and make you feel like shit. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up here. These people need to take accountability for the things they've ever done to you, pile 4. And I think this could be a new era for you where you're going to rise above these people and they have to just sit back and watch you win and they're going to lose. And I think that's kind of like enjoyable. Like, it's a really cool message to be able to deliver in my regard. Fuck them, right? So yeah, I think this Two of Wands energy, like, they played with the wrong person. Like, they tried to fuck with your world, and I feel like they're getting served now with this Ten of Swords. And what they'd be saying with no filter with that Ten of Swords is like, they're paying their dues. Like, their dues, like what is it, like judgment day is upon them, right? They're experienced a lot of defeat. They're going through ruin at the moment. Every time that they try and take action towards something or try and plan something, they hit a dead end, right? I think what they'd say with no filter here is that, that they are now, like, if anyone's ever cheated on you, pile 4, they're now currently getting cheated on. Like, they are now feeling grief and sadness about loving somebody who actually never loved them. There are people around you who brought you loss and crisis, and they are now enduring that. And that's what they would tell you unfiltered. They would be letting you know that lessons are being learned because of the despair they brought to you. I think you guys could be survivors of like DV, probably SA as well here. You may even, I know you may never want to hear about, your attackers or your abusers, but they are in the crux of their karma. And that's really like confronting message, and my apologies if it's triggering anyone, but please never not think those motherfuckers don't get their judgment day. Like, they do. They definitely do. Hopefully that helps some of you heal, and I'm tearing up because I feel it. Look, when you think about the Ten of Swords, it's like, that cat isn't fucking moving. It's like when people go out of their way to bring us to our knees and try and bury us, and then we rise above because of this Ace of Cups. You have self-love, you have self-worth. You've picked yourself off the floor that many times. You are stronger than I think what you realize, powerful. And if you haven't found peace yet, you will find peace. Okay, it will come with time and loving yourself. But I think if these people had no filter and ever wanted to say anything, is that they're finally at a collapse. Like, their world has collapsed. Every time they think their world is moving forward, it collapses. Every time they have a plan or a new idea they start moving towards, it is ruined. It hits failure. It does not actually move into what's the word I'm looking for? It does not move into the next phase of form of success. Every time they manifest something, the opposite of that manifestation happens. Like, you have a lot of like dark experiences that have happened to you, right? And it didn't happen for you. It was just unfortunate that you crossed paths. You were it was wrong time, wrong place. I think you just have very unlucky timing in certain times of your life. And that is unfortunate when you cross paths with like, demonic people who do the wrong thing. Like, they're so damaged. Like, the only way that can feel better is by hurting people the way they've been hurt. So this is an intense reading, and I really do hope I have not triggered anyone, and if anything, hopefully give you confidence that dogs will have their day. And I don't like calling them dogs, but it's just a metaphor. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I do want to send all my love and light to this group, like all the piles, but to you specifically, because you'll know what I mean. But yeah, sending all my love and light to you. Powerful. Bye.